Hello everybody, Invis over here. As you can see, I'm playing Minecraft in the Backrooms. Totally unrelated, but I just want to say, Invis, it's been 4 months. Why are you not posting? Well, number one, high school, a lot, you know. Number two, my Undertale footage just got gone, so I can't really do that anymore. What I do want to do for this video is show you guys my backroom space. I've been playing this mod pack called Liminal Industries, and I have 50 hours. So let me show you guys my base. Um, I know it's a lot at first, but I've been playing this for so long. I really want to show people like what is going on here. Um, this is basically a mod where you're in the back rooms. As you can see, I'm in the back rooms, and you have to build a factory. As you can see, this is factory, and I just want to show you guys, everything that's here. This is my steam engine, which is kind of like the lifeline of this whole factory. Um, this is pretty simple. This is the fuel I use. I burn it, and it heats up the water that gets sucked in. Let me break this. That gets sucked in, and it's basically the self-perpetual motion machine. Let me climb on top real quick. And um, I have two steam engines, and they get that kinetic energy, and they kind of twist these axles, and that's the main thing of create and like how it works. Um, so I want to show you guys some of the machines. Now this is the most basic stuff. This is my stamper thing, which give you guys an example. If I go over here, I drop 3 ingots. It stamps it, crushes it into a sheet. This is my roller, which again another example. If I drop a sheet, it gives me wire. My deployer, which is just a fancy crafting table. Um, Here's another thing. This was my crusher, and drop anything here, it crushes. It flies out, spits it back into this. Um, there's a lot of things here to go. Like I don't really know where I should even start because of just everything. But you know, um, why don't we go simplest thing? My redstone farm. So I don't know what mod does this. I think thermal cultivation, and it's where you get infinite like redstone because you can brew something called a flux tooth spore, and you can like you can put in a keg and it'll turn into more. And this is just my flux tooth spore farm, and you can craft that into redstone. Let me explain how it works. Take this axle and this conveyor belts over here with the gearbox. It goes down. This sucks in the water, so that every time that it's like done brewing and it's out of water, it sucks it back in for the next brewing. Um, Once this is out, this slot, which is where the new flux tooth spore will come out, it'll go out of this belts funnel. It'll go here, here, and it spits it back into the hopper. And it basically just keeps on duplicating itself until it gets to one stack, and at the point I have to clear it out. A lot of these belts are because I need to, connect all of these different belts together. So they're additional, yeah. Um, that was the most simple machine. I want to show you my most complicated. This is something I've been proud of because this is no tutorials, no nothing. This is my infinite fuel farm. I know you guys can't see it, like you can't tell what is the infinite fuel farm, but I'll show you guys it. Here we start off at the bamboo farm. Really simple. Wait, go over here. Really simple. Oh, I swear. Really simple. Redstone infinite um clock keeps on powering that piston, and the bamboo grows on snad, which is a special block that just makes stuff grow faster. And it instantly gets dropped in this fancy type of hopper, goes into these chests, and then it goes down here where the funnels will drop the bamboo down into more hoppers until we go into our packing system, which packs the bamboo into one bamboo block. It flows down the water. This uses a brass funnel, which has smart filter for bamboo blocks. Goes into the funnel, and it climbs up these chests until it goes out of this belt funnel and across these conveyor belts. it goes into this series of uppers, which are hoppers, but like opposite. Spits it out into another belt, and it goes into this new funnel, which goes into a hopper, which goes into these large chests. Now, in the mod pack, right? Immersive engineering. You can make this coke oven, and you can smelt bamboo blocks into charcoal. This gives two outputs, which is creosote oil, and charcoal. This is basically where I can get my charcoal blocks instead of regular charcoal. It what charcoal is coming out soon. Oh no, this spell is so fast you can't see. Well, basically it spits it out into this basin, and you're gonna see in a second. Or you're not gonna see in a second. When this hits to 9, this mechanical press will compress it into another block, and it'll spit out with a smart filter into this mic art hopper. That's one of the things. That's how we get charcoal. How about creosote oil? Well, I have two gigantic tanks of creosote oil because it's used to treat wood, and treating wood is like a really big thing in this mod pack. But pretty simple. It uses big cogwheel, spits out using a pump, and spits out into this gigantic tank, which is like yeah, really big. And this used to be full, so I had to make a second one over here. And this is I think a broken machine right now. I broke it a while ago. Why can I not place it? You know, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it just spits into this. So I have two almost full tanks of creosote oil. This, as you can see, is my super smelter. If I ever take out like copper, which is like veridium, and it grinds it into copper, I just spit it out into here, and it's a pretty cool system. This is my smeltery, which I just take whenever I scavenge in the back rooms and I find like maybe like a fridge, you can smelt it down into ores, which is really cool. Now this is my immersive engineering setup, which is another mod. Um, this is on the more complicated side of things. Some of this even I don't really understand. Um, this is called a mixer, and it basically makes my redstone acid for the crystallizer. It takes in the water, and um, I put in redstone. Put in some redstone. It'll spit it out using this item smart fluid pipe, and it filters out the water inside the mixer from the redstone acid, and it spits out into the crystallizer. And right now I'm using the crystallizer to get rose quartz, which is for some fuses that I need. Um, Here's another thing. This is my refinery, which is right now my only way to get phenolic resin, which is how you get some weird type of fiber wood. I don't really know, but um here's another use of creosote oil. To make phenolic resin, you need a creosote oil and ethanol. And basically, this creosote oil, if I ever need creosote oil for the production of the resin, I I put a cogwheel into that and it pumps it out. Goes through this long. Oh, I can't jump. I'm so. Okay. Goes through this long network of pipes into this, and right now it's full, which is why I don't have a pumping. And this is my ethanol. This is called the industrial fermenter, and basically, if I take, let's say, sugar cane, it'll ferment that into ethanol. Now, have it so that it's automatically pumped. Like, you can't really see the you can kind of, but it just automatically pumps into this to produce phenolic resin. Um, this is my alternator. See, all these machines need power, not in this kinetic power you see from Create, but from KFE, which is the energy used in um, mechanism. No, not mechanism. What am I talking about? It's used in immersive engineering. Yeah. So this is an alternator, which basically converts the kinetic energy from Create into the KFE needed for these machines. And I use these basic universal cables, which as it says, basic universal cable. I can connect the energy stored in the alternators and output it onto these. Normally, the mod pack tells you to use ducts. I don't even know how that's pronounced, but I found that didn't really work too well. These are on the more expensive side compared to flux ducts, because these use steel and redstone, and flux ducts I'm pretty sure only use redstone, and that's a lot cheaper. Speaking of steel, pretty basic. This is my um steel furnace, improved blast furnace, more technically. That's how I get my steel. I smelt it down into iron to get hot steel. Unfortunately, I have no idea how to like. I don't know how immersive engineering really 100% works at the time. At this time, like the hoppers are really weird and finicky because the models aren't exactly Minecrafty. So I don't know how to like automatically spit out the hot steel and convert it into regular steel. And by the way, I just take the hot steel and I put it into a cauldron and it turns into regular steel. Now this is my factory room. One more thing. How did I miss this? This is another big thing. It's another quite big thing. Um, as you can see, this is a ridiculously long shaft, but it goes all the way here into a gearbox, and it turns this. This is my beer setup. Why do you need beer in Viz? Are you an alcoholic? No, I'm not an alcoholic. One of the eyes vendors, because in this mod pack, the goal is to escape the backrooms, needs to be spattered with beer 100 times, and um, basically what I thought is that I should just passively make beer, and then when I have big enough of a factory to like actually set it up so that it'll spatter with beer 100 times, um, I could just use the beer I already have, and pretty simple. A keg sucks in the water, some wheat and seeds when it produces the beer, it goes out into a smart fluid pipe to filter the water from the keg, spits out into this beer tank. It's really big, but it's only really produced. It hasn't produced much. And the actually last thing in this factory place, actually no, there's another thing. There's a lot of things. This is my sugarcane farm, and this is my main source of ethanol right now. It's not very efficient because I'm not very good at vanilla farms. Oh shoot, I'm stuck. I'm kind of stuck here. Um, yeah, it's not very efficient, but what? It's not very efficient because I'm not very good at vanilla farms, but it's just pretty simple. Again, pretty simple. Infinite redstone pulse, right? Shoot. Infinite redstone pulse. Powered blocks that grow faster if there's redstone. This automatically pushes it out. Let's go down to here and spits it into here where I can get my sugarcane really easily. Just dump it off. If you're questioning what this area is, this is another area. This is my molten lead for my smeltery. I have a lot of lead, and lead is rarely used, so I'm kind of storing it over there for now. This is my crop farm. See, this entire room, I didn't really like do anything. I might do it. I don't really need this space right now. I'm kind of saving it, but I'm kind of too lazy to like fortify that area and make sure I don't die. But this is just my farm. Sweet berries, carrots, and wheat for the beer. Pretty simple stuff. That way, completely like clear. That's a loop to the other side of my base that I'll be showing in a second. But there's really nothing. Yeah, there's just nothing there. Shortstop. That's my old storage system. Now this is where my old base used to be. I moved out. I moved everything into one room over there, so it's like easier. This is my Botania setup. There's not really much you need to know about Botania other than this is a flame. I put wood and makes mana, and I can convert like certain blocks into other blocks, and I can get living wood using this. This used to be my old farm, but then I moved out. This is pretty much cleared for mouse, that area. This is the main room. This is where I used to spend much of my time in this mod pack, but I don't really anymore. My old storage area, my bed, This is one of my Eyes of Enders that I got in the Nether. These. Oh, that's unfortunate. My mod pack corrupted a while ago, right? And like my Nether got corrupted, my backpack and stuff. I did not know my images got corrupted. These are old pictures of my base. Well, that's sad. Okay. Another clay area. Chest. Um, Now let me show you my copper setup, and this is gonna be quite spooky and scary, cause this is where the monsters, the entities, man. Now ignore the copper pipes. This is the current project I'm working on. That's why there's copper pipes everywhere. Um, One of the main things in this mod pack is getting something called crude oil, and there's crude oil like really far away. I'm not even gonna show you guys because the walk there is like 30 minutes, and I'm not no. And this is just I'm trying to pump it to my base right now, which is gonna take a while. This is my copper setup. There's something called the igneous extruder, and if you use an alchemy catalyst in lava and you sit it down on skulk, this is why where I like colonize this area. It produces something called viridium, which you can crush down into copper. Let me just take some of this for later. Um, Also, if you can get zinc using the same, but instead of the igneous extruder sitting on skulk, you sit it on porous stone. This is my zombie like hoarding place. If I ever need to get some drops that you can only get from zombies, I just wait until a bunch spawn. I open these trapdoors, I close them, and I kill everything inside, and I loot it. That side is pretty much clear. I've cleared most of everything near my base, right? This is a pretty much safe area. I just put these walls up because I'm a bit paranoid, and yeah, I'm just paranoid. Another thing, this is kind of annoying. Um, there's zombies here, and I kind of understand where they're coming from, but also kind of don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they're spawning. Because there's no spawner here. So I just blocked this place off. Because I don't want to deal with that. I'm recording a video, thank you. And I just blocked that area off. Now I want to show you my nether. Because that's where my iron farm is. My iron farm is something I take quite great pride on. Because it's a pretty, I think this is a unique approach to making an iron farm. See, like the Viridium, oh yeah, by the way, the nether isn't the nether, it's this weird infinite library, blah 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 blah. This is my iron farm, which is full at the moment, which is why you don't see it in action. But, I'll take a second to explain everything. Like Viridium, igneous extruders extrude out something called crimsite, which can be grinded into iron when sat on red carpet. I could have found red carpet in the regular backrooms, but the closest red carpet is pretty darn far, and I don't want to walk like a few thousand blocks every time I just want some iron. So I just made mine in the nether, and this is a four-way igneous extruder, and it takes it from one alchemy catalyst. Basically, they extrude out crimsite, goes into an upper, and it goes into this ash alloy funnel, jumps up, sucks it into this chest, upper to another. Um, Kind of don't have enough storage on me to do that. To like take this back home. Do I have iron? No. I always forget I should be carrying more iron with me. Guess we're gonna just leave this broken for a little bit. I'll take some though. Take some crimson. Another thing you might be asking, Invis, how is this even working? We're in the nether. Shouldn't these chunks not be loaded? This is one of my machines called a dimensional. It's not mine, but this is like a setup that I used. It uses a thermoelectric generator, and basically it's early game immersive engineering, and it takes one side and another side, and the difference of the temperature determines how much FKE it produces. I mean KFE it produces. And the reason why I use this instead of another steam engine was because using another steam engine would be really annoying just to produce a little bit of KFE. So yeah, and then it uses this dimensional stabilizer, and it takes the energy and it basically constantly loads the chunks. Um, this thermoelectric generator produces such little electricity, I can't really like generate or load anything but this chunk in the nether. I mean, there's no point to load any other chunks because there's just no point. This is kind of a useless place that I don't really go to besides getting iron because it's just infinite books. It already served its purpose basically because I already have the Eye of Ender. So yeah, that's what Invis has been up to this month. I've been playing this a lot. Again, I have. Let's just check right now. Um, yeah, oh yeah, more than 50 hours. More than 50 hours. Well, this is gonna be cool. You guys are gonna get to see what I was talking about. My crusher mechanism. I have some azurine. Yeah, you see. Oh shoot. Okay. Well, I'm gonna die there. That's unfortunate. Another sad thing about the crusher that I have to be wary about is that it can kill you, and because of how fast these conveyor belts are from how I have a level 2 steam engine, it's so fast that I cannot outrun it and I end up dying. Is all my stuff fine? Yeah. I lost a lot of levels. But yeah, it just gets grinded down, spits it out, sucks it in into this. Oh, bauxite. Another thing, Crimsite also produces bauxite, which is this it's just aluminum, but if you grind it down one more time, it gives you XP cubes. Like yeah, see? Not XP cubes, nugget of experience. So yeah. This is basically like it. This is what I've been up to. I want to just show you my base chest. I want to show you my cool machines that I think were really cool. And yeah, Invis